What's going on, guys? I'm out here on a new cooling call. Hopefully you can hear me. I came out here yesterday and the system was set down to about 50 degrees in air conditioning, and the coil was packed with ice. It was about 6 inches thick, so shut it down overnight, just let the fan run, let it melt slowly, and now we're back the next day to check it out. I'm going to jump on the other side over here and see if I can crack that door open. As you can see, the line set so the access door is on that side, and make sure all the ice is gone before we start diagnosing this thing. But this is quite a mess we got out here. The attic access is right there, but you basically have to walk around the water heater, climb over the vents, climb up on these 2x, and get up on this platform here where it looks like somebody's been sleeping up here maybe. But a couple of things I noticed is obviously the drains had some work done to it. You can't really see over there, but there's about 4 couplings that go down that pipe all the way to the wall. Also, another thing I noticed yesterday was you got mastic where it's sealed on the front and back, but it's on the top and the back, but on this front side the coil's not fastened anyway. Sometimes you'll see the metal strips on the top and bottom that kind of hold everything together. This one doesn't have that. You can see the lip inside, and basically you can feel the air just blasting out from between these. Probably even hear it in the speaker. You can see that gap down there. I'm not sure what the deal is with all this garbage right here, but clearly somebody didn't have an idea what they were doing when they installed it. And check out the flue pipe. Turns and goes perfectly level. In fact, I think it pitches almost that direction and goes up, and that C vent is taped inside of that B vent, and every joint is taped, so we got that going for us. But before I start the laundry list of things that should be done, I'm gonna climb around and over all that to get back over there, and we'll take a look at this coil, make sure it's all thawed out. Maybe this explains the installation quality. I don't know what the deal is with that. At least there's no needle on it. I guess that's a plus. Our coil's melted, as you can see. And I'm assuming, just by the color and the mastic and everything, that this coil is original to this furnace. The furnace is either a 94 or 95, I can't remember, but the condenser outside is a Goodman straight AC, and it's from 2006. So it appears that somebody's changed the condenser at some point in time, and it doesn't look like they changed this coil. I could be wrong, they might have put a new coil in this case, but I'm leaning towards it being the original. But it's a piston, ice is gone. I'm going to try to get a sneak peek. I'm going to try to take that A panel off of that evaporator, see if I can get at least a little bit of a peek, or slide the endoscope in there, make sure that coil's clean, and I'll go grab a wet bulb and we'll fire this thing up and see what we're looking like. Alright, we got this thing up and running now. It's been running for about 10 minutes or so. Might be able to see that better than my gauges because there's a bit of a glare out here. But we're calling for just about 19 degrees of superheat, and as you can see we got 50. Our evaporator's under freezing, 26 degrees. I was just looking around some other stuff. Coil's a little dirty. Definitely could use cleaning. Doesn't look like the system's been maintenance before, especially judging by what it looks like upstairs. Well, this is a 10-year-old Goodman. Capacitor is a little bit weak. It's a 35.5. Fan side's fine, but the compressor side under load's only doing like 31.3. So, but another thing that I noticed is when I was getting ready to check the compressor amps, you can see the left side of that contactor, the L1. Yeah, there's nothing there. They have everything tied in on the line voltage side for some reason. So I'm not sure why. I'm wondering if maybe this was a single pole contactor. Somebody took it out and had a 2-pole, and that's what they decided to do, or maybe there's something wrong with that contact. I'm probably going to open that up and take a look. But like I said, we're definitely low. Not terribly low. Factory charge on this thing. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see. I think it's 100. I think it says 125 ounces. So I'm guessing by those numbers, I'm probably talking about, I don't know, maybe 2 pounds-ish, somewhere in there. So we'll go speak to the customer. As you can see the inside, what we were looking at in there. But the age of everything, probably going to recommend to adjust the refrigerant charge and start working up some prices on replacing this system, upgrading it, possibly keeping the furnace. We'll see what she wants to do, and we'll evaluate the furnace if need be. But we'll go speak to her, see if she wants to put some juice in this thing. We're not doing any sort of conversion or anything with this. It'll be adjusting the refrigerant charge with 22, or leaving it the way it is and getting her a price on replacement. So we'll go ahead and see what she wants to do, and I'll be right back. Cover's off. The sun's kind of playing games with shadows and stuff on here, but the left side obviously has never been used. The right side's kind of hard to tell, but it is pretty burned up in there. Here's the cover, just to kind of get an idea, so you can see the side that wasn't being used versus the side that was. Cooked the contacts in there pretty good, so I'm going to mention that to her as well as another recommendation. I don't have any voltage drop or anything across it. I'm still reading less than 1 ohm resistance across the contacts, so still telling me the contacts are good, but visually speaking, it's definitely suspect. So I'm just not going to put blinders on and just see the refrigerant charge and just only address that. We're going to try to address the entire system, evaluate everything, and give her best options. So I'm going to go speak to her about the issues that I've found so far, and we'll see what she got. Approval to add some refrigerant to the system, get it back up and cooling again. We got about 1 pound in it so far. Using the old yellow brick field piece wireless scale. The intercom was acting kind of weird with all of our phones and tablets, both iPhone and Android. It would connect and then it would disconnect. It was kind of acting weird, so we sent it back, and they're going to give us another one to try out. So we'll see how it goes with the other one. But we've got about 1 pound in here. It's been running for about 5 minutes since I put the 1 pound in. So I like to give the system a good 10 or 15 minutes before I put any more in between each refrigerant adjustment. Without doing that, it's easy to over or undercharge a system, but you gotta have patience when you're charging these things up. So we'll get it dialed in, but the customer wants prices on upgrading. They also want to see if we can relocate the furnace and evaporator to the garage, which is right here. It's currently in the attic. So I'm gonna climb up in there once I get this thing dialed in, and we'll look around, get some measurements and stuff, and see what we can do, if it's plausible. But yeah, I'm gonna let it run, see if we can get her dialed in, and I'll be back once I get the charge a little bit closer. I'm not gonna get it super dialed in because we know there's a refrigerant leak, but I'm gonna try to get it close. 3 pounds. That's where I'm gonna leave it. You can see our numbers right there: 77 and 201, 28 superheat, 17 subcooling. I'm assuming the higher superheat subcooling now is probably either the piston's the wrong size or has to do with all the other issues I mentioned, the liquid line being a little undersized, suction line being a little oversized, mix match inside to outside, etc., etc., etc. So I could fiddle with this thing for a little bit longer and try to come up with a diagnosis, but the fact is she just needs air conditioning until we can price out replacements. So this will be adequate to cool the house down, keep her comfortable until we can come back out later in the week and give her some prices. So I'm gonna leave it like that, but just gonna pack up all my mess, write up some paperwork, and we'll head on to the next one. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.